I'm hungry.
Well, you know what they say. Better late than never. Better late than never. I'm dead.
Happy Halloween to all my vampires and succubi! And to celebrate this expired Halloween of 2022, a taste to tickle the bygone soul! The new taste of Halloween is the Ghost Pepper! Every year we will now see a multitude of spicy ghost pepper items to celebrate the holiday, and within this box lies the standout creation of the year! Is your tongue up to the challenge, or does it not stand a ghost of a chance?
You know, what can I say? This costume, I ordered it from a mystery grab bag service that I found on Amazon. I made the mistake of saying, give me something scary, maybe something with big claws. I guess I only have myself to blame from ordering from a company called Monkey's Paw Incorporated. But, while on the subject of the White Claw, I hear it's fast becoming something that people are hating upon, kind of like the movie Avatar, Limp Bizkit, Nickelback. I'm here to show you all that I'm keeping it real. White Claws are delicious, and they always will be delicious. Limp Bizkit, they're so cool. Avatar's a great movie, though I worry about that sequel. And Nickelback? Hey, kids! It so confounds me how flippant people's opinions are, and it works the other way too. You know that movie Hocus Pocus? Speaking of Halloween. Or how about a Goofy movie? Or how about that old sitcom Dinosaurs? All those things are looked upon with newfound reverence these days, but in my day, they were all considered failures. Take it from somebody who lived during their era. Nobody was talking about these things. Nobody! And they were not classics, not by any stretch. Well, there's one good thing I can say about this lame costume. At least with this episode, I don't have to go into my Hawaiian shirt collection and whittle away at my health bar. Looks like I got a free day, everybody! Happy Halloween! So for this probably delayed Halloween episode of Limbo, Grub, I take you to what, at the time I'm filming this, is approximately 1 year ago, episode 247, the spicy ghost pepper donut from Dunkin' Donuts. And normally I would go outside and get into my time machine, but I don't want anybody to see me in this outfit. I said then, what does this have anything to do with Halloween? Besides the fact that it said ghost. The word ghost is in the phrase ghost pepper. To my knowledge, ghost peppers have been around for a while now. How come only recently did some goofball decide this is somehow connected with Halloween? I mean, what's next? Are we gonna start calling a blood sausage a Halloween food because it has the word blood in it? Are we gonna start drinking bottle after bottle of liquid witch hazel? Why isn't Monster Energy drink seeing an uptick in their output, huh? Well, they tried it last year with that stupid donut and it was a dismal failure, but the powers that be are steadfast. They had their eyes set on that finish line. Come hell or high water, they are gonna make this idea stick. So this year, they are bombarding us with Halloween ghost pepper items, and the Divinity Crate, much like they did on Autumnween, is being especially secretive in what is inside this box. Whatever it is, I'm sure it will set my tongue ablaze, make my nose all runny and disgusting, and make my throat bleed to the point where I can't even scream in pain, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado! Limbo Grub presents, who are you gonna call? Ghost Peppers! And what better spooky, eerie, monstrous sound should accompany a haunted house theme? This episode will be scored by the amazing game never ever published in the United States. Give it up for new Ghostbusters 2! Tasty pick! Bonehead! So without further ado, let's keep these festivities rolling along and let's find out together what's inside that mystery box! A ghost pepper whopper? Well, that's more like it, eh?
It is a relic which lives only in October of 2022. Just in time for Halloween, it's the Spicy Hot Ghost Pepper Whopper! A tricky little treat from your friends at Burger King. Entombed within the casks of an orange and black sesame seed bun, awaits a signature BK Flames grilled beef patty, topped with spicy queso, bacon, nuclear hot ghost pepper cheese, and a Close Encounters mountain of deep-fried jalapenos.
Did you hear something go bump in the night? Are you hearing unsettling sounds throughout your house? Or maybe that's just your stomach, because you just ate a ghost pepper whopper. I don't know what to marvel at more, this weird orange bun, or this Rorschach test that the grease has put all over the wrapping. I gotta say, first impression is a big plus. I've been hemming and hawing and kvetching about they not living up to the theme of it all, but there's no running from this. This is an actual honest-to-goodness Halloween-themed Whopper. We got a bright orange bun. Finally, I don't know why we didn't do orange sooner. We had that jet black bun that one year. What colors represent Halloween? It's orange and black. But no, they gave us red. They gave us green. What took so long to get to orange? And spilling over the sides is some of the rawest looking bacon that I've ever seen in my life. I think it's still oinking. And if I were to lift this bun and... I have no idea what I'm looking at. TBH, I really don't want this burger to register too high on Scoville units, but to be honest, it's kind of disappointing if they just threw some ghost pepper potato chips on top of there, because that's what it looks like. Let's see. This limited time burger features a classic flame grilled beef patty topped with spicy queso, bacon, jalapenos, and ghost pepper cheese on a seasonally appropriate orange and black sesame seed bun. So those ridgy looking things are apparently jalapenos? Damnedest looking jalapenos I ever saw. Could it be that my local Burger King just ran out of jalapenos and used jalapeno chips instead? And what's this talk about jalapenos? It's supposed to be ghost peppers! Is it ghost pepper by spooky name only? Well, you know, I've had a ghost pepper donut in a prior review, so I know what they taste like, so this should taste comparable. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to knock points off. Alright, this is no joke. This is really hot. This is the honest-to-goodness real McCoy right here. It's a little bit hotter than your average jalapeno-flavored thing, which I can't really tell if that's because it's ghost pepper, or if it's just because there's a high volume of jalapeno taste in my mouth all at the same time. As it is, it's just got that right amount of heat, where it starts to make you perspire a little bit, but at the same time, you can still taste the full flavor of the burger and everything on top of it. It's not like so many of those other burgers, like the Angriest Whopper that I have, where the heat is so damn strong you can't taste anything else on that burger, and so it's just empty calories. No, you get to enjoy every individual ingredient that is on this burger, and might I add, it doesn't have any tomatoes or anything like that. It doesn't have like all those weird things like a pickles that I normally like take off of a Whopper. This is exactly the way that I like a Whopper. You're gonna want a large Coke to enjoy in between bites of this. Well, now I think about it, I think Burger King is Pepsi. Pepsi's inferior. I say go with the Coke. But I can't complain about this sandwich. It's really, really hot. It lights your mouth ablaze. It makes you drool. It makes it really difficult to talk. It's not going to be like so many things like say when you go to like the novelty store and they have 3 samples of hot sauce, you have no idea exactly how hot it is until you taste it, and then you're like scrambling to try to find something to drink. It's nothing like that. It's just hot enough that you're going to go, wow, that's pretty hardcore stuff. If it were any hotter than this, then it would be unbearable and I wouldn't like it as much. And thank goodness for this costume, because with my hands covered like this, I have a constant handkerchief at the ready at all times. So if I were to give this a star rating, this ranks right up there with my favorite themed Whoppers that I've had for the show. I'm really dancing around that 4.5 star range, but that might seem a little high. What the hell? I'd eat this again in a second. I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. And a part of me is saying, yeah, well, maybe I should dock it a 0.5 star because it wasn't what it was advertised. This is more jalapeno than ghost pepper. But if you're a fan of ghost peppers and spicy food in general, there's no hiding from the spice here. This is a really hot food that it tastes good on top of that, so you're gonna be happy with this. I mean, unless you're one of those types that just wants the pain of it all, who wants to brag in front of their friends, who wants it to be so hot it just makes their nose gush snot and tears squirt out the sides of their eyes, but they're just gonna stand there with their arms crossed, not selling the pain of it all. I mean, if that's the way you like your spicy food, then that's your problem. I wouldn't even give it a star rating at all because it's not accurate. But for spicy food lovers, nothing wrong with this. The only thing I'm not really sold on, and it's not this item's fault, is the whole idea that ghost pepper spice is affiliated with Halloween. They tried it with a ghost pepper donut. It didn't really feel festive at all. This doesn't feel festive either. I don't know if there's anything they can possibly do except keep forcing more of these type of items out into the market and trying to get it up off the ground. But when I think of Halloween, I think of sweets and candies and sour and, stuff like that. I don't think of spicy food. Burger King was the one to try it again this year, and while I do applaud their noble effort, I feel like it's the tiniest little kernel of a failure in this idea. I still do not affiliate this spicy ghost pepper taste with Halloween at all. I mean, maybe we'll have to wait until next year when somebody else takes another crack at it. Who knows what the heck kind of form it's gonna come in, but rest assured, it's gonna hit us, and we're gonna have to eat it, and once again, we'll probably still be saying, this doesn't taste like Halloween to me. This is your good buddy DJ Clive saying until next year, my apologies, Swinkies. It's hard to turn around in this thing. Nice costume, by the way. Well, let me guess, boys and girls. You're about to hit me with another festive Halloween beverage. That does not compute. You just broke my brain with this idea. Apparently this exists, folks. You'll see it when I see it.
Your good friends at Baskin-Robbins are hard at work in their laboratory, and while they haven't animated that corpse yet, they have created this spicy and spooky ice cream dessert. It is a unique swirl of Baskin's darkest dark chocolate ice cream with a new experimental white chocolate ghost pepper ice cream, and blended into this toxic brew, miniature pops of spicy citrus flavor, courtesy of blood orange flakes. Blah blah!
A lot? Too much information has just flooded my mind. First of all, this is one of the deadliest concoctions that you can put into your stomach. I mean, besides maybe alcohol and chocolate, I can't think of anything that's worse than spicy and dairy. And number two, I feel like this goes back to when I had that conversation that I caught a lot of flack for when I was saying that I don't like the taste of fondue, like when you put like a cold strawberry into hot chocolate and put all that in your mouth. Your mouth is playing this weird guessing game, like it's the two temperatures never really commingle. You're constantly tasting warm things and cold things all at once. Something like this. I feel like it's kind of the equivalent of putting like a computer virus in your mouth. I feel like at my first taste, my taste buds are just gonna go awry. They're not gonna know which way to go. Like it's gonna taste extremely spicy, it's gonna taste bitter, it's gonna taste sweet, and my tongue's just gonna start going and like vibrating until eventually it just goes and like dies and hangs out the side of my mouth. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, hey DJ, what about hot fudge on ice cream? I don't do that either. Because what happens when you put hot fudge on ice cream? It melts! I don't like melted ice cream! Don't get me wrong, I am in favor of exploring undiscovered country. But you only get one body in life, And I don't think it was designed for this. When the first body was created by the heavens above, it never dawned on them that we would be eating something hot and freezing cold at the same time. Something like that could break us. And there's also blood oranges in here. Blah, blah, scary. How well is that gonna go? There's chocolate in here too? Chocolate and orange? Just because it had the word blood in it, some Nimrod at some factory said, ooh, scary, we gotta flick some blood oranges in there. To me, just the whole idea of chocolate and spicy and orange, that doesn't make sense. There's no way they can commingle. I mean, maybe, yeah, if I were going to Baskin Robbins, the curiosity would overtake me, and I'd say, okay, I gotta try something that's hot and cold at the same time. But oranges on top of that, that's a deal breaker. It's stomach-destroying dairy, mouth-destroying ghost peppers, and throat-destroying citrus! I think ahead to 20 years from now when we've completely run out of ideas and some guy says, hey, let's throw a cow eyeball in there! That's spooky, that shouts Halloween! Alright, let me take my first bite before this completely melts. As I thought, you taste the cold in your mouth and the heat in your throat. But I'll tell you what, the taste, it's not all that bad. Tastes kind of like a chocolate orange creamsicle. The one thing, in my opinion, that gets in the way is the heat. The heat doesn't belong there. It just mucks up what would otherwise be a completely passable flavor. There's a little bit of a clumpiness to the chocolate here. I'm wondering if there's something blended into the ice cream. You got a nice little swirl of vanilla and chocolate here, but I say the standout flavor here is most definitely that orange when it hits you. As a matter of fact, that's probably one of the big complaints that I have about this, because the orange, it was a welcome surprise. I actually ended up really liking the way that it mingled with all those other tastes, but there's not near enough of it. I really didn't do a good job of showing you earlier, but you look into this container, those tiny little flecks of orange you see in there, they look almost like nerds. That's the only orange that you're gonna get. I mean, I guess there's kind of a fun game aspect of that because you kind of get used to just the vanilla and chocolate, just the plain taste of that. And then, every like 5th or 6th bite or so, you're gonna get hit with that strong orange taste. I guess there's something fun about that. But the one thing that really gets in the way of this is the damn heat. I think this would still be a very strong Halloween item if you just made it blood orange. That's it. Get rid of that ghost pepper because, I mean, yeah, it has the word ghost in the whole phrase there as a ghost pepper, but it really doesn't feel like Halloween, so stop trying it. Especially in a dessert food. If you had this ice cream and it was just equal parts orange, vanilla, and chocolate, just think how fun that would be and how festive and Halloween-ish that would be. But they had to throw that ghost pepper in it and screw the whole thing up. Which is why if I were to give this a star rating, I have no choice but to give it 2.5 stars. Now normally when I give something 2.5 stars, it just means that it's mediocre, it's unremarkable. Oh no, this is very much remarkable. I would suggest that you go out and try this. It has the propensity to be something very, very delicious. It has a lot of potential. But because of the freaking heat, that gets in the way, and you just wish the whole time that you were eating it that heat wasn't there. You would have a delicious dessert. You could actually envision that dessert in your head as you're eating it. And you just, say to yourself, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I can't rate it any higher than that because 3 stars would entail that I liked it and I would go out and buy it again. I'm glad I tried this once. I only need to try it once, and so do you. But even with that being said, I was still able to eat it to the last drop. So happy Halloween, everybody. This is your good buddy DJ Clive saying until next time. Hey, Donut, you look cute. Yes, I am, and I have no room for any more. I am filled to capacity. Don't you try any funny business. Have a fun and safe Halloween, kids.